I'm fine. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Richard. How are you guys? Good morning on this rainy day. So if you see,
Yeah.
going to be a lot of people today. So interviews, obviously, we'll have, I guess, 3 or 4 people. See people, admit people if you can. If I miss somebody, thank you. Happy holidays. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Let me see, Patty. But we'll see when, obviously we want. So, Richard, can you hear me?
He said he's going to step out for a few minutes. He'll be right. He'll be back.
Shana Tova, happy Yontif. And obviously we can't say happy Yom Kippur, but easy fasting.
Okay.
So, Greg, what do you think that Putin will use nuclear weapon?
I personally think he will, if he is not taken out before that, but not right away. He's going to give it a chance. This mobilization to work, and then also winter plus mobilization, weakening Europe. Putting it through hardship and see if that can yield some results. But I personally believe that if it doesn't, and most likely it probably won't, he will use the nuclear weapons. Tactical, I think. That's my opinion. I've I've listened to many analysts on American side and the Russian side and Ukrainian side. That's that. I don't know anybody who believes that Putin is bluffing. I mean, has he ever really bluffed before? He's not the person who bluffs, and he has no alternative. It's really about his life. He's
Now,
staying in power.
what's the difference between, I guess, tactical or strategic use of nuclear weapon versus I guess that's the difference, right? Strategic and tactical, right? And it doesn't people need to be en masse like Ukrainian soldiers? They're not gathered in one place, so to speak. So how effective is that?
Yeah, it's more of a psychological effect, and demonstrating the willingness to use it on a much larger scale, so he can maybe use it in 1 or 2 places to attack a couple of Ukrainian units.
And let me just tell people, this is not actually a presentation. Presentation is coming up. We're just, kind of have a little banter before, and I saw just Aaron joined, and Greg has been part of, founding members of this group. So we're just kind of like shooting a breathe right now. I mean, you can't really talk about is being shooting a breathe, but as much as you can, I guess in this case, pretty serious subject. Let me add Aaron as the code. Sorry, Greg. While we're getting people together, I just wanted to, make people aware that we have several programs that are going within our group. We started this group as part of, even prior to COVID, but we used to be in person. So we're trying to get a lot of our sessions in person. Right now, it's just a museum and a dinner in New York mostly, but, we're expanding. But we at some point will go back to being enclosed places. Just Omicron and COVID is rampant, so we're being careful, and and right now it's just a museum and a dinner. So in any case, just going through some of our programs that we have, and I'm just going to read off the list. So today, this is our 5th update on Ukrainian conflict, and obviously, so much happened since last update. It's crazy. I don't even know. I'm speechless to how much. I don't even know what to say. I guess we'll discuss it. So I'm just keep it quiet. On the Saturday, next Saturday, if you guys are interested, switching gears, we're going to talk about Spartacus at 12 p.m. And was it a myth that was kind of created, and particularly was interested back in former Soviet Union. Stalin was so interested in Spartacus that he even started a group researching Spartacus because it represented to him a communist ideas or the ideas of people fighting against the anything that's wrong with the world, I guess. So we'll try to see if we can dive into Spartacus, and we'll touch on the Triumvirate, which is Pompey, Crassus, and Caesar. Then the next day, on Sunday next week, our own Narul, who did a lot of presentations on theology with Dr. Sabeel, he's going to talk about the holy places of Hebron, Istanbul, in Jerusalem. So again, this is not a political. It's just he's going to just go over Al-Aqsa, Blue Mosque,
do we have dates on that, or we're still planning that?
No, it's October 9th.
October 9th, okay.
Yeah. Then Richard, and then he can talk about it. He's going to talk, continue on his Middle Eastern series on Thursday. Pick up where he left off, and we'll talk about the French mandate of Syria and Lebanon. Then, if you guys are in New York or visiting New York, please join us. We kind of switch gears. We're going to meet in person. We're going to actually visit on Friday, when we'll see how it goes. It's going to be New York Historical Society, and we're going to particularly visit one exhibit, which is, everybody knows that, is the Salem Witch Trials exhibit. And then after that, we'll go to something that's called Local Mediterranean Restaurant. It's actually called Local Mediterranean Restaurant. And it's going to be on the 14th on Friday. The tickets are suggestive prices, so you can give $1, $2, whatever it is. It's not, it's not expensive. It's just, I guess, for New Yorkers, you can give how much you wanted to give. Then after that, we'll have a couple more minutes while people are being admitted. So we will continue on our Asian philosophies, and Jason, we're going to touch on Confucianism and of Tang Dynasty of 8th century. So we talk about history, combining it with philosophy. Then on October 18th, we're going to do, again, switching gears. We're going to talk about Assyria, Alexandria, particularly libraries that were preserved in those countries. Ashurbanipal was one of the, so to speak, leaders of that country, and that's what it's called, Ashurbanipal Assyrian Library and Alexandria Library in Egypt, which we know got burned. Then on the October 22nd, if people are interested, again, in-person event, we're going to visit Jewish Museum, and particularly there's one exhibit that interests me. And after that, if people want to, we can go to Aroma Indian Restaurant. It's called Flames of Indian Restaurant. And October 29th, we have our own John Maloney is going to continue the languages that died a long time ago or are not spoken languages. And one of them is Ugaritic language, which was actually, it's like a Singapore, so to speak. It's a city-state that was particularly one of the Semitic languages that he's going to talk about. And he goes through it thoroughly. So if you're kind of nerding about it, this is perfect for you. We're going to talk about the letters and what the alphabet meant, how is it connected to the Semitic language and stuff. And then we have Ralph who's going to talk about Herod the Great on October 30th and Judean Rebellion. So join us for that one. In November, I'm just going to go through one more. Jane is going to continue a Powerful Woman series, and we're going to talk about Eleanor of Aquitaine. So if you're interested in that, please join us. It's 3 p.m. November 6th. And Richard, without further ado, I'll give you controls. Anybody, do you want me to admit anybody in co-host already? Aaron and Greg is on. I don't see Mark yet.
I think that's good. If there's anybody who wants to, especially when we get to the discussion section, if there's anybody who wants to speak, please raise your hand, and we'll be happy to bring you into the discussion. All right. So without further ado, hi, and welcome to the